Lover Man. Whoa, yeah, Lover Man. I played that on the trumpet, one little medley I had there a while back. And I chose it for the clarinet because I just got this, the other week, as I say. I never really did play a clarinet, but I did try saxophone in school band. But I got discouraged and dropped it after a while. And so I knew a little bit about reeds. You see a reed on there, right? Little bamboo things there, almost paper thin at the very end there. Excuse me, but very strong. But they can crack, so you got to be careful with them. And they work well in a woodwind instrument when they are moistened. So you put it in your mouth, get it all wet, put it back up there, clamp it back down. Careful not to crack it. So, I sometimes think you don't buy a musical instrument, you adopt it. It's like a child. You got to take care of it. And this all comes apart. This is the bell, and this is, I forget what they call this piece, and I don't know what they call this piece either. That's the barrel, and that's the mouthpiece. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces to a clarinet. They all come apart. So they all have to be disassembled. So, evidently, you should always take your clarinet apart and put it away when you're done playing with it. Some say, well, can't I just put it in my stand? And they say, well, you shouldn't really, so I won't. And some say, take the reed out too, so I take the reed out as well. And they have a nice sturdy little plastic sleeve container they go in there, really protects them well. And you grease, these joints all have like a cork flange around them. It's like a gasket. And they need to be waxed or greased. I guess you can buy cork grease, but everybody on the tutorials on YouTube says, just use chapstick. So that's what I've been using, lip balm, and that seems to work well. Just a lubricant, and because you can even use olive oil, but some say if you do that, all of a sudden you'll be playing, the bottom is going to fall, because it's that slippery. So you want something that's a little more viscous. And that's your word for today, viscous, anyways. Just joking. I chose to play Lover Man because I can handle all those notes, and this is a very nuanced instrument. The trumpet's got 3 valves. The clarinet's got, I haven't even counted them yet, but there's a whole bunch, as you can see, and there are all these little gadgets and special keys and all that. That one involved a few of these special fancy keys. It's like a flute in a way, or like a recorder. It's got holes too. I've had to learn a few tricks myself, like how to play high C. Not how it is on the fingering chart, because it's not working for me. And it might be because this guy's not closing right. Because it is a used instrument, maybe it needs new pads. He does close, but I somehow think he's supposed to close down tighter. You know what they say, poor musician blames his instrument. But I can do high C by another method. You never see it in the fingering charts, but you get it, because I proved it on the scale. The do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. And anyways, I'm not sure which I prefer, the trumpet or the... One thing I can say is that after I blew this clarinet, I thought, well, you better get up and practice your drums. So I did, because you can't neglect your instrument. You take a day off from the trumpet, and you know it. You go back to church the next day, and it's like, well, you spend a lot of time just getting back in shape. But after I did my clarinet, my first time, and I worked on it, and I thought, well, it's late at night, but I better do some trumpeting, because I don't want to get rusty. So I picked up the trumpet, and it was like Dizzy Gillespie. This really built my muscles up. It uses the same terminology. You'll see that in a lot of the tutorials. work on your embouchure, how you put your mouth on the mouthpiece and all that, and it's the same lip muscles too. And you blow hard into this. I'd say you're not spitting like that like you would into a trumpet. You're not really spitting gob, you're vibrating your lips. You don't do that with this instrument. It's all diaphragmic air, I would say. So it helped me on the trumpet. So it's a great thing. The two instruments complement one another as far as I can tell when it comes to working on your horn blowing skills. So anyways, gang, thank you for watching that video. It's the first one I've done with clarinet. And I got this clarinet for $40 at a yard sale for a society locally here in Penticton that helps rescue animals. And so thank you for watching. Bye for now.